get over here. Oh. Let me make sure this is turned down. Otherwise we'll be here in the ads.
That's on YouTube, Chris.
Are we on the YouTubes?
Yeah. TikTok?
Yeah, that's where we're at.
YouTube.
We're on TikTok
YouTube.
time.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that different from TikTok? Oops, sorry.
It's probably
Well,
similar.
it's gonna be this. It's all gonna be the same.
Yeah.
When we're in the metaverse.
Yeah, exactly. It's all the same in the metaverse.
You've got
Switch.
some sweat here from
Not yet. I don't think. No, actually, it looks pretty dry.
All right, is the volume working? Hold on, let's see.
Oh, my ad
Here,
volume is
here's
working.
a-
That's for sure.
Yes.
Oh, perfect. See, we had these, and I didn't want to ruin them because Morgan was kind enough to send them to us. So I felt
They're
like if I-
coasters, though.
I
I
use
know,
them all
but
the time.
I feel
That's
like
what
if
they're
I
there
use
for.
it, it's gonna get all messed up.
They're pretty cool. Yeah, thank you, Morgan. Oh, and it looks like a couple of our memberships
Yeah,
are
I
updating
got some
too.
member. What do you call that?
Up to 10 months, up to 8
anniversaries?
months. Yeah, Scott was at 8
Benchmarks?
months, and then Morgan's
Thank you,
at
Morgan.
10.
Thank you, Grumpy J. Grumpy J, we didn't see you this weekend at the Brick Convention. We were disappointed. I know Flounder was there, Brad P was there, but we didn't see Grumpy J.
I think one of our viewers who attends the store tours quite a bit, Recurring Awesome, I believe she was there, or they were there.
Okay.
So
We saw a lot of YouTube subscribers there.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone who stopped by and said hi to Ed and Chris and Vogan. I think they had a good time. You want to talk
Yeah.
about that, Chris? It's kind of like the first
Yeah.
news, right? So.
Well, for our rare set collectors, Morgan just re-upped on that. We should have a couple of big things dropping this week. When we did our Florida haul a year ago, a little over a year ago now, all of the sets that were still at retail price, we just put in the storage locker.
Yeah.
Because we didn't have room for them in the store. And we need that space now.
Yeah.
So we're just going to go ahead and pull them all out and put them online for sale out in the store.
Yeah.
So we'll go ahead and take some pictures of that before we get those out.
So
But
this
it's
was from Florida or from Portland?
Florida.
Oh wow.
So it's about it's only been about a year, but there's some good stuff. There's UCS sets in there and stuff.
Yeah.
So I think there's a Disney castle in there. But
Okay.
anyhow, we'll take some pictures and put or video and put it out on the YouTube for our rare set collectors.
Yes.
Before we do that, that should be this week, and it's probably a few hundred sets.
Nice.
And
So
then-
another haul, as it were. So,
Yeah. And then I picked up a real gem of a sealed set that somebody's going to jump all over that down in Orlando. So
We should do. We always talk about like time capsuling sets and stuff. We should do like an actual time capsule, and like bury it like under our satellite location or something.
here's the challenge. All right, and we do this on YouTube. Is we each pick a set that's currently available at retail price that's got under a certain threshold on it.
I think you could do under a certain size or something,
Yeah.
so you're not burying a
And,
humongous box.
and whoever thinks it's going to be worth the most, exactly 1 year from that
Yeah.
day. Yeah, that'd be fun.
That'd be
Yeah.
totally doable, too. That'd
Yeah,
be
we
you get
could
like
do
a
that.
$40, $20 set. Yeah. and
Yep.
And then it would come out. The follow up would come out a year later, and people would be like, "Oh yeah, I forgot about that."
That would be, we'll have to see, because then it would be like a really tough estimate of what's going to actually go up in value versus what's going to just stay-ish.
Well, and you got to think about also, if it's only a year from now, even though it could be a good set, like the 501st Battle Pack, it might still be available next year at that
Yeah.
time.
That's true.
Whereas another random smaller set might not be available. So.
You have to get something at the end of its run and think
Yeah.
that it's going to go.
Actually,
man.
we
There
could
was
all
that
go to
city
Walmart.
grocery store set or whatever
That's
that we
true.
had out there. That's like the brand new one. That's like the organic grocery store or whatever with the shopping cart, and I think the guy with the prosthetic leg. And it's retired already. And we were all like, "What? Didn't that just come out like
Yeah.
earlier this year or late last year?"
Yeah.
Sure enough, I don't know.
I'm always surprised to see how quickly Lego discontinues sets. They really do. And then other
Yeah.
sets, sometimes they just you see them out there for a while. Like Java's Throne Room seems to have been out there for a while.
Yeah. And then things like the Millennium Falcon UCS has been for a while. Saturn V, they extended the run. So
Yeah.
sometimes on a really special set, they'll push it out a little bit, but a lot of them just gone.
All right, so Morgan just gave us a great idea. Just similar to fantasy football, have a fantasy minifigure tournament, along with our viewers, to see who can pick the best lineup of minifigures that increase in price. Yeah. But then you get somebody like Morgan out there who goes out and buys up all of them and artificially increases the value of the figure on Bricklink.
We have people here who are capable of doing that too. We could like Joe and me,
Yeah,
pretty
and then
hilarious.
listing them for hire.
Mhm.
I think
Chris is on to me. He says,
I think Mark Erickson is having a stroke or something. He said, "Good morning, everybody."
I was just typing quickly. That's what happened.
So Orlando was great. Ed was going to try to call in and talk to us about Orlando, so maybe we should wait a little bit for that.
Okay, yeah, we could start on a couple news things. Speaking of Jabba's throne room, there's some rumors about a Jabba's sail barge. Have you guys heard about that?
I've heard
Yeah.
The new
rumors
one.
about both, and then now things are kind of up in the air if
Yeah.
one or maybe even both is going to get either delayed or canceled.
The reason I want to talk about it is because, Star Wars and, Lego too, honestly. They're really trying to avoid the concept of slavery at all costs. Because they're not even, they changed the name of Boba Fett's starship to avoid that word and that terminology. And I understand that. It's totally understandable. But it is also like Jabba's sail barge, Slave Leia. I mean, can you build a Jabba's sail barge without having Slave Leia on board? It just kind of doesn't, I don't know. It just seems like a really big
And
thing
then
to
there was
avoid.
also the controversy with the palace, which was a religious thing the last time that was out, and then
Jabba
the
is
whole
very
thing
controversial.
Is that Jabba's like this big fat gangster, and so
Yeah.
I don't know.
Full of problems, problematic storylines.
I
for
don't think
nowadays,
anyone
so.
is telling Lego they can't do this. I think they're telling themselves.
Yeah, no, you're right. But,
Fazoom's tuning in from Kennesaw Brick Co. Fazoom, we'll just call your house Kennesaw Brick Co. and
Right.
done deal.
Yeah, and then you just let us know when you're ready for your first store tour, and Mark and I will come up there.
Yeah, exactly. We'll check it out for sure. And metal bikini layout. No, I don't think they would go with that. So. Half dress layout. Yeah, there you go.
No, this is going downhill fast.
Anyway, change of conversation topic. We didn't talk about our Lego weeks. Let's do about that. So you went to the convention, Chris. That was too big.
we just got back yesterday, and I'm exhausted because anytime you do a Lego convention, you lose your weekend.
Yeah.
And you spend it all day on your feet, doing physical labor.
Exerting yourself, talking to people.
Yeah. Talking to people, putting your smile on.
Yeah, your face is probably sore from smiling all the time.
Yeah, because I smile a lot.
And
And,
such a happy guy.
but no, it
That
was.
Chris has always got that ear-to-ear grin on.
It's interesting when you go to different places. Sometimes you get people who are parents there with their kids and they're grumpy.
Yeah, okay.
But in
No, I thought you
Orlando,
said Grumpy wasn't there.
In Orlando, everybody was really nice.
That's good.
And just happy and glad to be there and interacting with each other, and it was just a very great positive scene. There really wasn't any negative interactions.
So Orlando is full of happy people, so we can
Yeah, I think
summarize
so.
from that. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Huh?
And a lot of Lego fans.
That's good. Yeah.
So.
Hopefully that it's not the last time that we see a convention in Orlando. I hope we see more of those.
And there was a lot. The store got a great reception.
Well, we know there's one in
Yeah.
August, right?
That's in Tampa, but yeah, it's
Tampa,
nearby.
yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, and we did just to keep people updated. We're planning on opening the store down there June 1st, and it could be later, could be earlier with a soft opening. We
Don't buy your plane tickets yet.
We've got to work around Brick World.
Yeah.
Which is so if there's any delay, Brick World's the next week.
And
we're
you gotta
gonna,
do that
We're gonna
first.
have to delay our grand opening, but we'll still have a soft opening.
Yeah.
And we have talked about one of the things holding us up is our glass cabinets. We're getting an entire container full of glass cabinets, and they're starting the paperwork to fill the container.
Gotcha.
So when they do that, that's progress to me.
Yeah. So that's first steps, right? Yeah.
Hopefully we're still on track with that.
Okay.
Trust us that we will let you know when there are any updates.
Yeah. We're doing all we can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you? Are you, Mark?
Yeah. I'm supporting you guys.
He's calling those guys over in China every day saying, "Where are my glass cases?"
I'm sending them very aggressive emails hourly. No.
I don't care if it's Chinese New Year. Get them out.
Get back to work. Okay. So Daniel, what
It's a good
happened?
roll.
What happened your Lego week this week?
Oh, my Lego week. Let's see. I revived a long dormant project, and I'm working on mini modulars again.
Nice.
So I have now just about completed the boutique hotel, and in a whirlwind build over the course of about 3 or 4 hours last night, I got pretty much halfway done with the jazz club, which was surprising because I thought that one was going to be really hard with some of those weird angles. But
So did I hear you're working on multiple sets at the same time?
sure.
You're working on the jazz club and the boutique hotel?
So we're going to have mini versions of them.
Uh-huh.
So, the tiny
Oh,
scale
The mini
ones.
modulars.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
You got to pardon Chris. He's a little tired.
Yes.
I am too.
Okay,
But
sorry, I
I'm
thought he was
slow,
setting it
man.
up for a joke. I was waiting for
Super
the
slow.
punchline.
No.
Yeah, the little 8x8 size base plate versions of the modulars. So I'm now almost caught up on those.
He won an award for those at Atlanta BrickCon last
Yeah,
year. So
that's
this year,
true.
so, yeah.
That's true, I
Pretty
did.
crazy. So. But so that's fun. Is that about it, Daniel? It's-
That's pretty much all I've been doing. Yeah, that and sorting a lot of pieces.
Mhm. That's about it for me too. I think that the only thing was I built another Belleville set and it was amazing. They had a gigantic sand blue brick modified for the base.
One of the round.
No,
square
like a
ones,
big
or-
rectangle one. It was like, I forget how big, 16 by 24. It was, like,
Oh,
it was
wow.
huge. And so it's like, it was just blowing my mind. You know,
Yeah,
it's like
that's
the
crazy.
crazy pieces that are, and they had giant trans pink curved bricks. So trans
That's
dark pink.
insane.
It's like, just stuff that they would never do ever again. And
Absolutely
it's so
not.
cool. So,
So
Belleville.
where are you going to display your power monitors?
Oh,
Mock?
the big display? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so because I am not going to be able to make it to Brick World this year, it's kind of like, I don't know, because that was kind of the intent. So now I think I'm just going to be building it, finishing it, maybe get in time for
Come to
Tampa.
Virginia. Come to Virginia this year, Mark.
Virginia's a little too far out of my way, but so maybe Tampa, because if I
I'll
get
give
it
you a
done in
ride.
time.
You can stay with my
Hey, you got
parents.
enough room in your car, actually.
I could give you free transportation and lodging.
That's true. But yeah, so if the Rock Raiders build gets done in time, it could be Tampa, maybe Brick Fair, Virginia with a free ride with Daniel. But then you have also got Atlanta BrickCon next year, and I think that's probably the last time it'll get shown. And then we're gonna start on other projects because me and Steve want to do Classic Space, Castle, other stuff coming up.
So then you're just going to take it apart.
Yeah. So a couple shows. I'd love to display it here at
Drives
the
me
store.
crazy.
I'd love to
Yeah.
display
It
here at the
belongs
store
in a museum.
for at least maybe a month. We'll see if we can find enough space.
And
It's
maybe
fairly
in
big.
Orlando.
So maybe Orlando. Hey,
Yeah.
it'd
There you
be
go, now you're
talking.
totally possible to bring it down there too. So.
Speaking of Tampa, I did get a little bit of a sneak peek update on Tampa,
Okay.
and it's going to be in a bigger space than Atlanta.
That's good.
They're concerned about that. They are aware of it, and they plan on getting a bigger space.
Good.
So I've got a feeling Tampa's going to be really good.
Yeah. Martin Harris is gonna be there.
Yeah,
I'll be there. Hopefully with the Rock Raiders build, Stephen will be over there.
that's all you need
so,
there.
Yeah.
Martin. And
That's a
Martin.
show, right? Yeah.
Mark
there you
and
go.
Martin.
Yeah. That's good.
The Castle in the Forest bros.
Exactly. We like to insider trading with Castle in the Forest mocks. Our sets. So yeah, good.
I got. Speaking of Lego Weeks, I did get to see a couple of really cool things. I saw a built Rivendell,
Nice.
and I got to touch it and play with it. You know,
That's cool.
it is amazing.
Yeah.
The roof, the tiled roof, the chairs. I mean, the minifigures, the statues. It's all really, really cool. Have you guys seen it?
I haven't
Not
seen
in
it yet.
person.
No.
Okay.
Yep. Joe has one built
Well,
in
I
his
mean,
house. So.
I guess I've seen it built. I saw it built in the, I think, Hamburg store display window, but not like
Okay.
where I could touch it or interact with it.
And then I got to see and touch and play with the Indiana Jones sets. Two of them, the car chase and the plane chase, which are really, really cool. The
Yeah.
car is very Speed Champions-ish.
Okay. So sturdy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Indiana Jones has the molded hair to his hat, which is cool, kind of like Woody, the new Woody. But the figure itself is a little more childish looking than the original, so I like the original better.
Yeah. It won't lose value theoretically.
No,
So, yeah.
no. And then the plane is really neat. The total military plane, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
With a German soldier inside.
yeah.
And then it flies and it's set up to go through that tunnel where the wings just fall right off.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And then
It's like a play feature.
yeah, and then they kind of remade that Egyptian one where with the Anubis statues, and the Anubis statues fall down, and it's all just really cool. And the
I'm looking
price
forward to that.
point on them is so affordable.
They're really
anybody can buy them.
Most
Yeah,
of
it's
them are like
great.
40 or below, and the big golden idol temple I think is 150.
And then I got to see something really cool in Lego. I saw a couple of things I've never seen before.
That's saying something. Yeah.
Yeah. and I got a selfie with one of them.
Oh, I think I know what you're getting ready to pull up.
Yeah, Daniel, I'd sent it to you. I'll show the screen here.
Grumpy J said, "That's it. I'm getting in my time machine to go to Orlando Con. Brad P and I have a tent, so we'll be the first people there."
All right,
there you go.
it's right underneath the preview of our whatever this is. The morning
On
break.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
You got that up on your screen.
Yep.
Oh, is that on there?
That's the I Love New York Yoda figure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can see it.
There's like what, 3 of those?
Savvy viewers will be able
Yeah.
to tell where Chris was when that picture was taken.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I can't be the only one. Hey, Ed's calling in.
Oh,
Well,
Let's
hear
talk
from
live
about
on air.
Orlando Brick Convention real quick.
Sure.
This is good news because it's coming to lots of cities around the country.
you're our first caller. You're live on
Hey
the air.
Ed, you're live on the air. Don't cuss.
Good morning. Am I live? Can't
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Hold it up a little to the
Orlando,
mic.
you guys?
Okay.
Hey, Chris, you have fun in Orlando? Wasn't it awesome?
It was, yeah. We're talking about that right now. You're live, so don't cuss.
Okay. Did we talk about the convention yet?
No, go ahead.
Oh, dude, it was a blast. It was amazing how many people knew about us, and actually how many people didn't know also. But it was great, man. I'm standing there amongst this crowd, and this dude looks over at me and goes, "Hey, it's you." I'm like, oh crap, what did I do? And I'm looking around. He's like, "It's Ed, dude, you're Ed." I'm like, yes, sir. Yeah. And he goes, "Dude, I watch your YouTube all the time." I'm like, "Oh, cool." His name was Alexander. And he was there with his family. It was awesome. I look over there and go, "Hey, well, let's Chris over there." And he goes, yeah, I know. No, he was excited to see us. And I was like, wow, that is so cool. So, Alexander, thanks for watching our stuff, man. Big shout out to you and your family. And hopefully we'll see you at the grand opening when we get a date.
Yes. That's awesome, man.
Dude, I
So you got
haven't been-
recognized.
Yeah. Dude, I haven't been this excited about opening Orlando store since Galador went on the market. No, really. I have not been this excited since it went out of the market.
Oh, okay. Oh, man.
I haven't been this excited since Preparation H went on the market.
Oh,
I haven't
Ed.
been this excited since beepers went to cell phones.
Yep.
Mark, I haven't been this excited.
All right, yeah, I think we got the picture, Ed. Grumpy J said, "Long-time
Anyway.
listener, first-time caller."
There you go. No, actually, it's second time calling.
That's true.
Anyway, guys, it's going to be awesome. We're really excited about it. Anybody else want to add anything?
Yeah, no, it sounds like you guys had a great time, and thank you so much for spreading the good word of Orlando Brick Co. It's going to be such a phenomenal experience. We get to open that store and see it all taking flight. It's going to be awesome. So.
Hopefully, in the
I have
next
a
time or two
feeling-
that we're down there, you'll have a big pair of scissors cutting some ribbon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a feeling the Orlando store is going to look better than the Atlanta store.
Yeah,
So
they
we're
might
gonna-
look really shiny. We'll see. So
Yeah, we're going to have to pick it up over here in Atlanta, you know.
yeah, we'll have to vacuum the floors or something.
Oh, no.
We all
Anything
wear
but that.
work
Well, Mark, you
uniforms,
said
no,
you're
like-
doing all you can.
Yeah, there we go.
so-
That's how I could help. That's good.
All right, Ed.
Anyway,
Hey, thanks for
if you guys
calling.
phone- All right.
Anything
no, I
else?
think
Hey, anything else you want to add?
just that I'm just super excited about it, man. I
Yep.
haven't been this excited since Rivendell.
There we go.
I think he's excited.
Wait. I got to meet, for the first time, Ryan from M&R.
Oh, that's cool.
And we're sitting there doing an interview, and he just walks in, like he owns the place, looking around, "Hey, where's Chris?" I go, "Well, he'll be here in a minute,
I was on the
And-
phone in the back.
Yeah.
He's sitting on the couch, and we're still talking to this Anna, I think her name is. And I'm going, "Wait a minute, should we talk any further? Excuse me, are you waiting for an interview?" And Brett looks over at me and goes, "Ed, are you serious?" about what? He goes, "Ed, are you joking with me now?" I'm like, "No, who is he?"
I didn't know who he was.
You're having this conversation in front of him. That's so funny.
Yeah, well, I'd never met Ryan until that point, but he's a really nice guy. He took us to his apartment. We got to see all his cool stuff. Ryan's got some cool stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
And he's getting it set up just the way he wants to now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're excited about that too. He's a great guy. So anyway, I'll let y'all go. Y'all have a great day.
Thanks,
And
Ed.
Same to you, Ed.
All right, have a good day, Ed. Thanks for calling.
See ya.
Well, that was great.
Right. I think
It's always fun to
he's
talk to Ed.
excited. Did you get the idea that he was excited?
Did you guys see? Mark, I know you saw it. Did you see the video of Ed fixing the washing machine?
Oh, yes.
That was something.
You can go back and watch it on our channel. It's actually tremendously enjoyable.
He's gonna do more stuff like that.
Oh yeah, I told him, hey, just keep it all either upright or horizontal. Don't be flipping back and forth. And he'll do better next time.
He's
He
all
does.
over the place.
It started out like it was a tutorial on how to fix a washing machine, but I think the actual entertainment value just comes from Ed
Yeah.
struggling to film something and make something presentable.
No, it was great. And actually that one got a ton of comments and a ton of likes. Not
There
like
you
a
go.
ton of views because it's not
Yeah.
necessarily aesthetically easy to see, but it was
It's a little hard on the eyes.
people were saying they wanted more Ed, so I think
Yeah.
we're gonna to try and respond to the people's demands. But Chris and Daniel, what do we got for comments here?
Yeah, I'm scrolling back a little bit.
We've got
just to
a
catch
ton
up.
of comments. We haven't read any of
Mike
them.
Hipwell said, Dan, I just picked up he was responding to Dan W., who asked opinion on finding Legos at thrift shops, Goodwill, etc. nowadays. If you can find it, good for you. It's getting a little harder to find. I mean, I personally don't really go thrift shopping anymore too much or yard sailing.
Yeah.
But there's still good finds to be had. So Mike said I picked up Creationary, the board game, at my local thrift store for $8. But when I opened it, there were 8 Star Wars minifigures in the box. Nothing expensive, but still a happy surprise. So
That's nice.
there you go. Every once in a while, you find something good.
Let's see.
The last set I bought at a thrift store was quite a few years ago, but I think it was probably Goodwill. It was like a creator set or something like that. And I opened it up, and the instructions to Cloud City are in there.
Wow.
And I'm just like,
Stuck in there, yeah.
yeah.
I bought one of those recently. That's not a cheap instruction manual.
They were mint, and there was nothing else. There was nothing else, and I was just like, I went back to Goodwill, and I was like, wait, where's Cloud
Yeah,
City?
where's the rest?
What came with this? Who did this come from? It's
I need
somewhere.
to find this person.
Trying to track it down.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Nostalgia Clan says, I want to go to Atlanta BrickCon. You definitely should. It's going to be great next year for sure. I assume it'll be around the same time period, February.
Yes, should be around then. I think they're probably the same day. So, yeah. Is it going to be an Atlanta versus Orlando store rivalry? I hope not to that extent, but I know that we'll have fun.
In terms of cleanliness, sure, yeah. We can have a rivalry about cleanliness.
We're a bunch
Organization.
of big burly men.
Yeah.
We constantly compete,
Yes,
right?
exactly.
And so yes, they're going to be involved in those competitions.
Well, we
and
do
a
have
lot.
the store's fantasy football league
Yeah.
that we're going to be doing more of. We have the trophy over there.
And if Orlando wins, they get it down there,
Yeah,
which we really don't
Yeah.
want. We're also doing a basketball trophy for March Madness.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, it's going to be
I
fun.
talked to Steven about that. I don't think he's gotten started on it yet.
Oh, he will. He will.
Brickmon VA says, I totally know how to fix a washer now. It was a very informative, well laid out instructional video on how to fix a washer machine.
And Morgan said Ed TV. I think that needs to be its own
Yeah.
segment. Ed TV on
Yeah.
Thursdays or something.
Fazoom says this isn't burly. I don't know if he's talking about himself or what, but I mean, look, Daniel's got a beard here.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
Mark's got a beard.
We're
and,
pretty masculine.
I mean, yeah.
Billy Abston says, Ed. You do a little theme song for Ed TV.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Billy also said, I've looked up to Mark for like years now. There you go, Billy. Thank you. I appreciate that. So,
Such a role model.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Morgan said it'd be funny if someone was searching YouTube for dishwasher washing machine repair and
It's-
his video came up.
And they're like shaking their head like, what's
Lord.
going on?
So let's see. There was one here. Oh, I just saw. Where did it go? Oh goodness, I lost it.
We can.
Yeah, say something else. Oh, here we go. According to Rocky 1790, the Marvel D2C set that was rumored for $525, according to them, is confirmed to be an Avengers Tower. I haven't personally seen anything on
I
that.
hope so.
I'll see if I can find anything real quick and back up that source.
I do want to finish up our conversation on Orlando Brick Convention.
Yeah.
And describe it real quick.
Please.
So it was relatively, if you compare it to like Brick World or Brick Fair, it was smaller, so it was more like Atlanta BrickCon.
Mm-hmm.
But there was a lot of people there,
Yeah.
and it was in a big space.
A lot of
And-
walking space, right? So-
Yeah, and it's worth going to because they go to small towns that normal conventions don't go to. So that's like it's filling that gap, right?
Yeah.
And you did have Patrick there from Lego Masters Season 3, and he had his Mustafar mock there, which has been seen at Brick Fair and all that. And then he also had a new one there from Solo, the train scene on
Nice.
that snowy mountain, and that was perfect. It was awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And then Mel was there from Season 1. AC Pin was there. Bricker Builds was there. All your normal vendors that sell Lego for twice as our price.
Yep.
So there was
Victoria's Secret there.
Victoria's Secret was there.
I always like to see their booth.
They were there. Big Kid Bricks was there.
Reminds me of walking through the mall.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And
Anyway.
so it's a great place, and then a lot of fans are there. So a lot of people were meeting up. Oh, hey, it's good to see you. So it was, and it's only $15 to get in.
That's pretty good.
So they're coming to Greenville, South Carolina, and I think we're
That's
going to
pretty
do
close.
that convention.
Yeah.
And they're coming to Columbus, Georgia. So I think we're going to do that one as well.
Also, that's very close.
and
That's
these
an
are
hour away.
towns that normally wouldn't get Lego conventions, right?
Yeah.
So if you have one coming to your town, it's worth going to for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, especially if you don't feel like making the drive all the way to Atlanta or Virginia or Chicago, you can go to one that's smaller and closer and have a similar experience, have a taste of it. So
Yeah, everybody seemed to be happy that was there.
yeah, that's great. Yeah, that's really good to hear.
And
Chris.
then I brought back a couple of treasures.
Oh, was that Mark's new minifig?
Yeah, I needed a safe place to put it, so I took Mark's minifigure out, and
You just throw that in the bulk
I don't know
bin?
where that is.
You just-
And I put Django Fett in there. It's like a minty Django
nice.
Fett.
Yeah.
Somebody
You need to
had
separate
him
his
for
legs a little
sale.
bit.
They are.
Oh, they yeah.
Somebody had him for sale at the convention for $900.
Yeesh.
One of those vendors that's very expensive.
Yeah, we won't be that high, but it's still a very
No,
expensive
he's-
figure.
he's
Is he
very
in the-
expensive,
Is he
yeah.
still in the ballpark of like 6 or 7?
Yeah, somewhere
Yeah.
around that. And then we got a set that I'm not going to reveal, but it's an extremely rare set. We'll put it on the rare set collector later today, maybe.
There you
So
go.
keep an eye out for that.
Yeah,
It'll
that's
just
a
be
members
one
only
set.
video, but
Something
it'll be out
coming
soon.
special down the pipe for you.
Yeah.
You keep it on the website, it'll appear there eventually. So. Fun comment from Fazumi says, "No, you're a minty Jenga." There's another great
No,
compliment.
Fazoom, you are breathtaking.
Yep. So Scott Robertson says, "Where's the Steven minifigs? We'll get them one day. The parts are hard to source, man. We apologize." So.
Yeah.
Raymond says, Mark, I wish I could get your autograph soon. I tell you what, Raymond, if you place an order with us and you make a special note in there, something about wanting one of Mark's trading cards, we could get you hooked up.
Yeah, you could put a comment in your order, and we can include those. Those cards we give them out free here, so we can make it sure you get one. So. Alrighty.
Are we ready for actual
Yeah,
news?
I guess we better get, now that it's 10 o'clock, we're halfway through the program, I guess we should actually do what we advertised.
I think everyone's been having a good time. I mean, we got 45 people enjoying the stream, so this gets a good time. But yeah, what's
It's
the
funny
first
because
Lego
there's
news?
actually not too much news. I think this stuff came out after last week. Is that true? Were both of those after last Wednesday?
No, I haven't really. I don't think we talked about them in detail.
So, rumored Pac-Man arcade cabinet game, some kind. I don't know if there's going to be any. I would hope that there's some sort of playable function to it. Maybe there's a digital component.
Yes.
Incorporating
Scrolling screen. Yeah.
your phone or something like the Nintendo system that had the scrolling screen. So that's set to release June 1st for $270. A very steep price tag, I would say.
That's a lot for Pac-Man. I don't know.
So maybe it's a whole arcade cabinet, and maybe there's other games you can pull out from underneath or something. I'm not sure. Maybe there's like a board game aspect to it. You can play some kind of
That'd be
manual
awesome.
version of the game. I don't know.
Yeah.
So it'll be something interesting, that's for sure, but it's a steep price tag on that one. The other one is the Ariel's Castle from the Disney line, set to release May 1st for $159. $2,500, and that's supposed to incorporate some kind of big shell build. Everyone keeps talking about the big shell
Is that
build.
like the little amphitheater where they had a musical performance?
Yeah, I thought it was that, or
Something
was
like
there
that.
did they have like a carriage or something that looked like a
The
big
chariots,
shell?
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, so something like that. I don't know. Everyone just keeps talking about the big shell build.
Yeah, both of those I'm looking forward to. I'm not gonna buy them, but it's like that'll be a crazy set to pull.
Yeah,
So.
the nature of a lot of these leaks is it's being described by somebody in the factory who saw it but wasn't daring enough to take a picture of it.
Didn't have their phone on them.
Yeah, because that will put your job more on the line. So when they describe something, people kind of latch onto that exact phrasing, whether or not it's accurate. Like I think there was one for the Baymax collectible minifigure. They kept calling it like a hoverboard or something, but it was his charging station or something. I don't know. So some exciting stuff coming there.
And I think we've all seen the Star Wars Brickheads collection.
Yeah, those blew up yesterday and this morning, I
Yeah.
think. So they're all episode 6, I believe, based minifigures for the anniversary there. So you've got Luke in his sort of black robe, but with the little gray or white triangle exposed. The R2-D2, I'm actually kind of surprised, looks pretty good.
Yeah.
I was not really sure that one was going to work because it's doesn't really make sense, but I think they pulled it off. It's kind of interesting how they still used one of the Brickhead's eyes for his little dome on the front.
It almost looks like his little, binocular eye there. So,
Yep, exactly. Lando looks great. I love those kind of muted blue tones. A lot of different blues going on there.
I think he's got some big ears or something, though. It's looking kind of funky on his cheeks. I don't know,
Yeah, it may just be the perspective, because usually the ears are set further back. They kind of look like they're up at the front, but I think it's just
they
the
look
angle
the
it's on the
same
box.
as Luke's.
Yeah.
But I think Daniel's right. It's the
Yeah.
perspective.
Yeah.
Something kind of funky there. Ewok looks great. It's in the smaller 3x3 size that they usually use for children or babies
Small
or whatever,
characters,
so
yeah.
that makes sense. And then the Endor Leia looks pretty great with that nice green
I think
and
they
dark tan
used
color
that
scheme.
size scale for the minions,
Yep.
right, Daniel? I mean, you're the
I
Brickhead
actually,
guy.
I don't know. I didn't
Okay.
even remember that there were Minions Brickheads,
I
to
think
be
Baby
honest.
Yoda was similar
I was
to
going to
that.
say Baby Yoda or Gollum.
Yeah.
But anyway, those look fantastic. So that's Brickheads number 202 through 206, which is mind-blowing now that they've gotten to that many. Pretty soon they're going to be up there with Funko Pops in the several
Way better
hundreds.
than. They're so much better than Funko Pops.
Oh,
Yes.
I agree.
So
I
with
agree.
Funko Pops, what do you do with them? What
No.
do you do with
They
them?
gather dust.
Nothing.
Do people fight with them and stuff like
I
that?
think that some of them have
Can
bobbleheads,
you
right?
can you take them apart and reuse the parts and rebuild something else?
I think we've already had this discussion
Yeah,
recently.
yeah.
But I sense your frustration.
So, quick comment from Monty Raj. They said, I heard, obviously from you guys, that next year Atlanta BrickCon will be conducted in a bigger space. May I know exactly when it will happen? Where exactly it will happen? It'll happen at the Sugarloaf Mills?
Gas South Convention
Yeah,
Center
yeah.
was the name of it.
It used to be Sugarloaf.
Yeah.
Gas South Convention Center, and it's probably going to be beginning of February. So, stay tuned. It should be a lot of fun. That's a year away, though. So,
Yep.
yeah.
And
I'm not
and
sure
it's
if he's
always
updated the website or
been
not.
the first week of February,
Yeah.
the weekend of February. So
Yeah.
that time period. Somebody asked about when's the next Brick Fair Alabama. I don't think there's going to be another Brick Fair Alabama.
I think the
Yeah.
Brick Fair group is no longer, it's not viable for them anymore.
Yeah.
It's not working. So
Seems like it.
yeah, so I don't think we're going to see Brick Fair Alabama again, which is terribly sad. But anyway,
Brick Lure, thank you for re-upping 10 months with ABC funding sponsors.
Appreciate it, guys.
Speaking of ABC funding sponsors, what employee mocks are people working on right now?
Well-
I mean, we know the Miniland build.
yeah, microscale builds. I think the only one that is currently in progress is my Rock Raiders build, and I haven't been thoroughly covering that here on Atlanta Brick Co TV because I've been doing a little bit on my own channel and my own Instagram and just talking about it. But I could start including behind the scenes stuff there, and it might be fun.
I think you could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That way they have
The,
something fun to sponsor because
Yeah.
we're not doing the Winter Village project anymore. Angie's taking a break from that, so yeah.
And then I think Daniel was working on a life-size minion. He
Yep.
got a lot of yellow brick, and I feel like that's what he's doing with it.
Oh, it's news to
Yeah.
me.
That sounds great. All right.
I actually, I don't want to bring something up if you don't want to talk about it, but I heard you were going to be coming into some tan break very soon.
Yes, so I'm going to be actually gone
You don't
from
have to
work
talk about it if
tomorrow.
you don't want to.
No, I'm going to be.
That's up to you.
I'm going to be going and acquiring
If you're allowed
basically an entire car full of tan brick, and so it's going to be good.
Is there a little bit of like teal blue in it?
There might be. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Anyway, and so we're going to be getting that, and that's why we're inspired to be doing Classic Space soon, because they historically have had a tan landscape to be on. So it's finally have a good excuse to build some Classic Space. So we'll probably see that within the next year or so. But yeah. But
Yeah, you hear that for Zoom? There's a new Moonbase standard coming. So
I was telling him
go
I
ahead
let
and
him
take
break
all
down.
your old Moonbase and just throw it out and start over.
Speaking of Classic Space, have you guys seen Dana Nudson's mini baby space?
Oh, yeah.
I
Classic.
think he finally completed the whole first wave of Classic
He's
Space.
rebuilding
and minis.
Classic Space as babies, and it's perfect.
Oh,
I mean,
it's so
it is-
great.
It's so nice.
I believe he did instructions
Yeah.
for it too on
Yes.
Rebreakable. I saw recently.
Go follow Trebles Bricking. You can go find him on
Yeah.
Instagram.
Yep.
I don't think he has YouTube yet, but Instagram is the way to find him. But back to Lego news. There's a couple Lego books coming out. Did anybody see those?
I did see the Harry Potter one was lame, so I didn't even write it down. Because when I see books, my mind immediately goes to, okay, what exclusive minifigure is it coming with? And they've done so many Harry Potter ones, and this one just comes with the basic Harry, Ron, and Hermione and like their standard Hogwarts.
They're not
robes.
that crazy unique, no.
Yeah.
So.
However, the better one is the Marvel visual. Well, I mean, I can't say it's better because they haven't told us what the minifigure is, but we're getting a Marvel Visual Dictionary finally.
And probably one exclusive figure. And a lot of people, I
Yeah.
think some people were saying it's probably Stan Lee. So.
That would be
Man,
fantastic.
that would be amazing.
I hadn't heard that, but that would be
There's-
great.
There's a graphic novel of Stan Lee's life, and it's done in a comic book.
That's
And
cool.
it's amazing. He had such an amazing life. He was in the military. He did something media related for the military. It might have been advertising or something like that. But I'm gonna go back and read it again because it's a quick read because it's a comic.
Yeah.
It is so good. I would say go get that.
Was he doing like
and
maybe
read
like
it.
graphic design or making like posters? Or
Probably something like that.
That would be-
Yeah,
that's cool.
It was really good, and you can kind of it shows it in a way that you could see where characters were created from too, from his past experiences.
Yeah,
you know?
really
encountering
interesting.
things. Yeah. That's awesome.
Grumpy J, thank you for the $5. That is,
Oh.
I
Hey.
think that's going towards Mark for his his Power Miners
My crystal
build.
addiction. Yeah.
Is it what is it? A Power Miners build or Rock Raiders?
It's technically
Power
Rock
Miners.
Raiders. But here's the thing. I will have Power Miners in some of the side areas as kind of an Easter egg.
Because it seems like Power Miners colors.
It does have the Power Miners colored
Yeah.
crystals. So, but I'm using Rock Raiders color scheme because I like that color scheme in those figures
Okay.
a little better. They're basically the same.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's really starting to look special. I'm starting
right.
to actually complete some of the full circle cave. So it's like now it's the lava area is almost done. That means it's a third done. So it's pretty cool. So. But yeah, I'll post some more pictures on the community tab. here
Zoom
soon.
said, "You mean David Zool?" He has more of my babies. David Zool is a running joke with between him and Dana. I think somebody accidentally called him David, and then I forget where the Zool came from, but funny stuff.
Yeah, Fazoom, apparently he let Dana borrow some of his babies and he hasn't gotten them back, so
Mhm.
that's pretty bad.
That's a tragedy.
Yes. Space.
So we got a Marvel.
Chris, I think you're sweating on the table.
Marvel
a little bit over there with your
visual-
ice block.
Marvel. That's ice
Do
from
you want
yesterday.
to? Yeah. Do you want to coast it?
So I always have to bring ice back in a cooler because the brewery gives me beer to bring back
There you go.
from
Not that the
Orlando.
plastic
Well, then
table
what'd you
chairs.
bring a water in here for this morning, Chris?
Yeah, I wish.
Oh, Gary, thanks for the 10. Appreciate the crystal addiction support.
Hey.
Look, if you're gonna donate to somebody with a crystal addiction, you got to be like sliding it under the table.
Yeah, you gotta be
or,
more
like,
subtle, guys.
Pulling
No,
your
this
coat open and in a dark alley.
Hey, thank you, Gary. I appreciate it. Thank you, Grumpy, as well. So that'll go towards the projects we're going to be doing here. So.
Morgan says I'll have to send more coasters.
Yeah,
You don't have
we
to
do.
that,
Yeah,
Morgan.
we
Hey,
do. We got.
Morgan, next time, whenever, no rush. We would love another coaster or two if you have them.
Oh, I wasn't gonna guilt him into
We
it.
usually have 3 people here. We have 2 coasters. We could use another one.
Mark's got a little stain on his desk here from it looks like pink Kool-Aid maybe.
Yeah, it could be some glue from when we
Here,
tried
let's
to
go
glue
ahead and,
Dennis
let's
to
go
the
ahead and
table.
tape this off, and we'll do a forensic analysis. We'll scrape up a sample and send it off to the lab.
So we talked about the Marvel Visual Dictionary.
Yeah, yeah.
If you guys,
September
do you
5th.
guys read those? I do.
I used
They're
I used
funny.
to mostly buy them for the figs, and so I have a lot of them, but I don't often read them for pleasure.
So
I mean, I'll
they'll have a picture of a minifigure on there, and then they'll point to like some part of the printing on it and say, okay, here's Han Solo's printing for his
Pocket or his pouch.
pocket,
yeah.
but something funny, and it's like, oh, that's interesting.
They're pretty interesting. Yeah,
they are. They're entertaining.
I haven't read any Lego books since I was a kid. I read the old DK readers. They didn't have many figures, and then they were just Lego builds and sets. So yeah, I should probably break them out again because they're fun. So.
They are.
I use them mostly for reference material and just kind of checking things, but you can do so much of that online now.
Bricklord said he blames Marcel for the mystery stain. Yeah, that's
I blame Marcel too.
That might have happened during the Joy of Building with me and Joe when we did the Marcel and the Dolphin, not the Dolphin Cruiser. Yeah, it was a Dolphin Cruiser. Anyway, yeah. One of those
Grubby J
sets.
said, "Glue. Who glued your desk, Mark?"
Yeah, who did that? That's terrible.
There's a Harry Potter book coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have that one down?
Yep, we
we
mentioned it
talked about that
earlier.
one just because of how
Oh,
bad the figs
okay.
are that came in it.
They're common, right? They're three common
Yeah.
figures.
Yep.
Harry,
Everyone has Harry
Hermione,
Potter now, yeah.
Ron. It is three of them, though.
That's good.
Nexus said, "I wanted to glue Daniel's table, but Joe wouldn't let me. Well, I'll have to thank Joe later. Those are brand new desks. Don't be getting glue on those."
Okay, so this is not like necessarily Lego news from the normal news channels, but I've seen a lot of those Bricklink sets arriving to my friends who bought them. So like one cool one is the modular construction site. And so they're getting them, and they're huge. They're like, gigantic sets. And it's really neat to see these arrive. I
Are they
want to see
still
one
on a
built.
32 by 32 base plate, like a standard modular?
I
or
guess
is it
so,
a
but
bigger
it was
size?
like from the render, it was a big set,
Wow.
like thousands of pieces, and so
Yeah.
that's really cool to see. And hopefully, I don't know if we'll get them in the store anytime soon. We might, but they're out there now, so keep an eye out for those. So.
It takes like over a year to get them after
Yeah.
you order
Oh,
them.
yeah.
So we might have ordered something.
Yeah.
I think we did.
Yeah, we'll see
So,
if
maybe-
the box arrives in the mail. So,
Yeah, maybe today. That's how things work.
Mhm. After the morning break, of course. So yeah.
I've got a piece of news here. There's a Lego 2K driving game
Yeah.
coming out March 23rd.
Did you actually have that written
When
down,
is
or
that
are
today?
you poaching my news off of my? Go ahead, Chris. Actually, yeah. Why don't you tell us about that Lego 2K drive game?
It's an open world driving game.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
so you can play with your friends on there. And it's
I-
probably going to be a lot like Mario Kart.
I'm excited for this. They need to do a Lego Speed Champions game of some kind because that would just be great.
It's interesting that you bring up Mario Kart because I'm going to cite the recent failure of Lego Brawls as being a horribly diluted, dumbed
Pathetic.
down, flash game-esque version of Smash Bros.
Yeah, it was weak.
So I won't be surprised at all. I'm going to have very low expectations for this and assume it's going to be the same thing, a very dumbed down, boiled down version of Mario Kart or something similar, or Lego Racers. I think we're taking some steps back here,
Yeah.
but I don't know. Maybe it'll surprise us. The
It-
fact that they're co-branding with 2K could be something.
Yeah,
interesting.
Lego games have been amazing before.
Yes, Nostalgic Land Lego Brawls is real.
yeah,
It's not
exactly.
very good, but it's real.
Yeah.
I mean, play it for yourself, and you can decide for yourself if you like it. That's
Mhm.
just my opinion.
Yeah, but Lego games have been good in the past. I think they have the potential to be good, or the potential to be pretty dumb and very kid-centric and not very interesting. So.
I think it just depends on who they're partnering with for the development of it. Like, obviously, the Traveler's Tales games have pretty much always been fantastic, but now that Lego is doing some of their own things.
So Nexus to Zach says, "I'm telling you, Daniel is Simon Cowell."
You know, I even have those Coke glasses that are the tapered ones. I think I need to bring one of those in and use it because those are the glasses they always had on American Idol.
Yep. Well, hey, we gotta be telling the truth. We gotta be critical. That's our job. We're supposed to discuss our opinions.
I'm gonna start getting a British accent.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's all the news I had on my sheet. Do you got anything over there, Chris?
Yeah, I do. I got a few more things.
Let's go for it. So.
Daniel, you got anything else?
No, go ahead,
I
Chris.
got, something else I had was Mandalorian.
What is it? Mandalorian what now?
Fighter something.
Yeah, okay. Oh, are you talking about the Mandalorian Fang Fighter versus
Yeah.
TIE Interceptor?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yes, I just jogged your memory there. So this is supposedly a set that's going to be they've actually been really good about controlling the Mandalorian season 3 leaks.
99 pounds,
which is
957 pieces. April
that's a
25th.
euro symbol. It's a euro symbol. They've been really good about containing the Mandalorian season 3 leaks, which is good.
Yes.
Because then they can do timely releases. If they do a poor job of containing leaks, then Disney will stop trusting them with this information to make sense.
Mm-hmm.
However, we have information about the one that's going to be based on supposedly the final episode of Mandalorian, given that we won't see an official reveal supposedly till April 25th, which is around when that last episode will be coming out.
Oh, there's a new episode out today.
That's true.
I
No
haven't seen it.
spoilers, no
Always
discussion
forget.
whatsoever.
I'll watch that tonight.
So, I mean, potentially a spoiler for the show, but there's not really that much information
man.
other than that a Mandalorian Fang fighter will be fighting a TIE Interceptor. Probably
I'll
in
tell
the
you
final
what,
battle.
being at the convention, I talked to a lot of people about this, and everybody was hating on that third episode.
Yeah.
And I said, I liked it. And somebody said, oh, I bet you liked Andor, too. And I was like, yes,
Wait,
I did.
I thought most people did like Andor.
I thought they did,
there are
too.
people out there who don't like. Okay.
Yeah, and I don't
A
know.
lot of people
I
did
liked
like
it.
Andor.
I thought it was different.
Yeah.
But I like different. I like it when they go off and do something else and come back. Usually.
It did feel like an episode of Andor, and I thought it was unusual that the Mandalorian, this is very separate from the Mandalorian arcs right now.
Yeah.
And I think that it'll make a lot more sense, hopefully, later if it has some sort of payoff. Like, there was a reason that they killed that guy off or messed up his brain, so.
I'm going to speculate, and my timeline may be totally off. I haven't thought about it a lot, but should I go ahead and say it? I don't want to spoil
You
it.
could say a theory, right? Yeah.
But
So.
I thought
Here's
that,
your warning.
Yeah, warning. I'll give it a second. All right. I thought that girl looked a lot and sounded a lot and acted a lot like Omega, and she would have reason to want to
Take out these people. Yeah.
someone who was cloning people.
That's an interesting theory. I don't know if that's what is actually the narrative, but that's a very
Yeah.
interesting theory. So.
Everything I've seen so far is she has obviously gained the trust of the
Republic.
New Republic.
Mhm.
However, I think she is doing nefarious things to kind of sow seeds in these other people who are in this amnesty program to
Get them to separate
get
again.
them to have more resentment for the New Republic, which is going to result in its failure and the rise of the First Order. I think that's kind of what they're building up to. However, just looking at this episode self-contained, I think it's more compelling when you have the Mandalorian plot and the B plot progressing at the same speed, and you kind of draw parallelisms between the two, whereas we got like a little snippet of Mandalorian and then this whole big long B plot. I think it would be better to just do the beginning of the B plot and then have those kind
break
of
it
run
up a
side
little
by
bit,
side
yeah.
over the course of maybe 2 episodes instead of doing these individual episodes about things.
I watch The Last of Us, and that's really well done.
Oh, yeah.
And they're doing the exact same thing. They'll just go off and have a totally different episode and get away from the storyline in order to build a side story or a character's backstory.
Mm-hmm.
And
A second element.
You know, and it's very similar to what we saw
Okay.
in the 3rd episode.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a week now, so if it's a spoiler and you haven't watched it yet, you don't really love The Mandalorian.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that was a week ago now, guys. You should have
Yeah.
seen it by now. So,
Yeah.
Well, we're trying to spoil. That wasn't even that much spoilers. That's kind of like a
Yeah.
discussion of editing. So, anyway.
All right. So we talked briefly about Jabba's sail barge,
We're done with spoilers
which
now,
is
so
which is a rumor, you
Yeah.
know, a rumored set coming out.
Yeah. We hope it'll be Jabba's sail barge, but it might not be. So.
Yeah, there could be a lot of really good stuff in there, including another Boba Fett, classic Boba Fett maybe, and then Avengers Tower.
Yep.
A huge $500 set, something like that.
That should be good.
That was on the list.
I hope that's Avengers Tower as well, not something else. So, not another Hulkbuster.
there's other stuff we've covered before, but it's nice to see it kind of all in one place. So the Gringotts Wizarding Bank these are like all huge expensive sets.
Yeah.
Gringotts Bank, the micro scale Hogwarts Castle and Grounds, Zen Garden. I don't know if we actually talked about that one before or not.
Not really.
Science and Technology Vehicle for $200, 2,000 pieces. Maybe like a Mars rover or something. I'm not sure. Pirates Vault. I think there was a rumor about a Pirates set coming, but now we have a name.
That could be
Pirates
really
Vault.
good.
Not sure what that means, but could be interesting. $215 for that one at 2,500 pieces. Chevy Corvette, Pac-Man arcade machine, the Winter Village set for this year, going to be $100. I think that's a little cheaper than they've been recently. Haven't they been like $120?
Yeah.
Did you already read most of these? Am I repeating
No,
myself?
No.
Ninjago City Markets, we kind of already knew about that one, $360. This is coming from Lego Insider News, if you want to search it up. I'm not going to read all the prices and piece counts for all of these. UCS X-Wing Starfighter, then another TBD Star Wars set for $649. The UCS X-Wing Starfighter is supposedly $240, which actually seems kind of cheap for a UCS set, given recent history.
It'll be big. So.
The Batcave we've known about, almost 4,000 pieces. Avengers Tower, and then a TBD Super Mario
Of
set.
all those, I'm most excited to see the Batcave, just because they've made so many Batcaves, and I mean, it's like,
Another $100 Batcave.
But a $400 Batcave, it could be really good. Could be. I'm thinking extreme detail on this one.
Yeah, I also
think it
want
could
to
be
see
really good.
more Easter eggs and things. Like every once in a while, they'll throw in like a couple of the things from the comic, like the giant penny and the T-Rex and stuff. But I really want to see some more of that stuff.
Some cool
fleshed
suits,
out.
special suits,
Several
and this
vehicles.
one will be a little more age appropriate, I guess, in the older age appropriate. You know?
It's an
not
18
very
plus
childish. Yeah. So.
It'll be interesting to see how it displays and what kind of space it takes up. I'm hoping for something kind of wider and fairly shallow that's kind of tall, so it's more like a shallow scene, kind of like
Presentable, yeah.
So last month, Lego came out with their earnings and said that they it did really well, 5% net gains over the previous year. And they credited it to the big adult sets, and they're selling. So they're going to keep making
And that's
more
why
big
they're
adult
ramping
sets.
it up, so.
Yeah, they're going to ramp it up. So I think we're going to see a ton of them come out in the next year.
I think that they're with this bunch of big new sets, you could see one or two that actually fail and aren't interesting or aren't well designed, and then you have one or two of these become a deal in the parts pack. So that's what I'm excited for.
Yeah, there you go.
So something we haven't talked about is, we've talked about it a lot before, is Zelda. And they took down Lego Ideas Zelda projects.
Yeah.
We know they're coming out with something Zelda.
They got
but
it.
we don't know what, right? So Lego has given somebody a cease and desist on a tree, I don't know how to pronounce it. DEKU tree, Deku tree.
Deku tree,
So it's a large tree, that's in the Zelda universe, and I have a feeling that could be the big Zelda build.
There was one in that. There was that survey recently that leaked. Remember where they were interviewing AFOLs and asking them how much they would pay for something?
Yeah.
And we got a whole bunch of leaks at once for stuff that was, frankly, kind of bizarre. There was the Donald Duck and the Simba that were kind of goofy looking, and there was a Zelda Deku tree in that one. So that's continuing to kind of corroborate that rumor.
Yep. Quick comment from Fazoom said, Hulkbuster helicopter. There's a Lego designer feeling the need to do this right now.
Yeah.
You know it, Fazoom. Those horrible Marvel sets that don't make no sense to the adult collector. So. All right, is that all the Lego news? Anything else you want to talk about?
Well, the Bricklink Designer Program is still open for voting.
Yep.
And it's fun. It is a lot of fun. You can go on there. You can vote very easily for stuff. If you want to see one of those killer, really cool sets and be able to buy it, go vote for it.
Yeah, give it a vote.
Yeah, I would. I'd go on there and look at it. Take the time to do it. As soon as you go to Bricklink, the headline is there. You can click on it and start voting for sets.
They make it easy.
It's fun. It's actually pretty fun. And then there is a Lego Ideas classic phone set that reached 10,000 supporters. It's cool.
That would go good with a typewriter.
It's way better than the typewriter.
Wow.
It is nice. I mean, it's like one of the first telephones. You know?
That's awesome.
Probably got wood in it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So.
Inlaid wood. Yep. Very cool. The Bricklink list is awfully organized. There you go. That's good, Duty Bricks.
It is poorly organized. It's like, how are they doing it? Because I mean, obviously, we talked about this before. There's pages and pages and pages of mocks to vote on, and how do they determine who's at the top? Because whoever's at the top is gonna get the most
All the votes, yeah.
So
Yeah.
it just kind of snowballs on itself. That the
Yeah.
ones that get a little bit of votes that get bumped to the top keep getting more votes. So if you want to do yourself a service, see if you can
Go to the
see
back
if you can
and work
arrange
your
it a
way
different
forward,
way, or
maybe.
work your way from the back or something. How many
Mark-
votes do you get?
Morgan says by default the Bricklink list is random, so maybe it just
maybe
shuffles
not.
them each time you
Maybe.
go on it. So yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe they changed that since the last time. Then.
Yep.
Billy Absence just got the Lego Ideas Treehouse. That's certainly a nice set.
That's cool. Yeah, that's we have one in the store right now, and Joe is just drooling. But he just bought Rivendell, so I think he's trying to hold back on
He
spending.
he also is gearing up to buy Diagon Alley and is thinking about selling off some of his collection to make space for it or money for it or something. So he has no reason to buy
Joe's running into the
a
classic
treehouse.
AFOL issue of running out of
He's
Dagon.
space.
already had once.
Down here in the south, we call it Dagon Alley.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Daggone
He's trying to get that Dagon Alley. Dadgum.
Daggone alley. Alrighty. Well,
I got some local news to round
Let's-
this out.
let's do it, let's
Noonan, Georgia's getting a Whataburger. Saw this on Facebook this
Woo!
morning, so there you go. There's your news. That's doesn't really apply to anybody else except here the store.
I'm still
but
waiting
if you
for the
like,
In-N-Out to show
If you
up.
like Whataburger, you're gonna be able to get. Oh,
I
that's never
heard we're
gonna
getting
happen.
a new car wash.
we just got one.
Okay.
We got the Mr. Clean one.
we just got like 20.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Noonan is exploding.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff in
We're
Noonan now.
exploding. We're getting a lot of stuff here.
Mhm.
So,
Whataburger, we could try it out. Actually, that might make a good little short video of Atlanta Brick Co. tries Whataburger. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take everybody over there one
Just
day.
for one of those
Watch.
fun Tuesday videos. Anyway, so. Alrighty. Well, it ain't no In-N-Out. Yeah, everyone's like In-N-Out. Yeah. Alrighty. Well, that's it for today, right, guys? We good?
I think
believe
so,
so.
yeah.
Thank you
we
guys for
Did
joining
a good
us.
job covering store
Hey,
news
I
at the beginning.
I got a message for Morgan real quick.
Yeah.
All right, because I know he's into tech.
Mm-hmm.
So if we were to do a fantasy minifigure draft,
Yes.
it's kind of speculation, right?
Mhm.
Could Morgan help us with designing a
bracket or something.
bracket or something people could log into and
Yeah. Okay.
and keep track of?
Interesting. Yeah, it almost could be like not a page on the website, but something like that. I don't know. It's just somewhere where people can see it. That's interesting. So.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Well, if you have any thoughts on that, Morgan, let us know. If not, no worries. We know you're busy. So.
Yeah, it was your idea.
Yeah, exactly. Alrighty. Well, thanks for joining us, guys. Thank you all for tuning in and listening to us talk about all the Lego-related news today. Don't forget to drop a like if you haven't already.
Oh yeah, I gotta do that. Wait,
Leave a
hang on.
comment if you haven't already,
Hang
and
on, I'm
subscribe.
going to do it now. I'm going
Yep.
to do it. There we go.
I've
Got
already
it.
liked it. So.
Got it.
Yeah, subscribe if you haven't. We got so many more videos coming out the rest of the week and every week. So we'll see you then. Bye, guys. Let me hop over there.
Nice hat, Mark. That's real fresh.
I like the